Welcome back to the channel. This is the Hurricane Ian edition. It is 5:30 in the morning, and going outside. You can't see anything, but let's see if I can turn some of these lights on. Haven't lost power yet. Kind of anticipating that it will happen, but yeah, so yeah, you can see it. I'll check back with you guys when the sun comes out a little bit, or it gets at least a little lighter out. But we're good so far. I heard a loud bang, but we think that's Caden's footballs and soccer balls that he left over here. So I don't know. It's supposed to be pretty nasty. It's supposed to hit us as a Cat 4. This is the outer bands of it. So I'll check back with when things get a little bit more exciting. All right, so a little later in the day, storm is not here technically yet. They really base everything on the eye of the hurricane. This is the outer bands. We should, over the next several hours, we should be getting, the eye should be passing us. We're gonna be on the east side of the eye, so it's not the strongest side. But we should be expecting about 136 mile an hour winds, 130, 136, I think they said. If you could see, the canal is pretty much, we have about a foot to go maybe to the top of the seawall. And then from there, we still have several more feet to the house. So hopefully it doesn't go too much more. We do have a little bit more storm surge to go, but all in all, we are surviving. All right, so we're back. This is actually several weeks later after the previous clip you just saw. Honestly, after the storm, I did not have a day off at all, working straight through 12, 13, 14-hour days. So this is the only first real chance I got since after that I got a little sick from just the nasty water that was in this area. Which I'll try to show a little clip of that, of what I'm talking about. But so the family's good. We're all safe. Me, Mari, Caden, and Kylie. My parents are safe. Their house did a little bit better than mine, just because the direction that their house is facing. So if anyone's familiar with Southwest Florida, especially in Cape Coral, western exposure is what my house is, means that my pool is facing the west, so it gets sun the majority of the day, and my parents is facing east. So unfortunately with that, the way the hurricane came in, my back, or the back of my house, was getting the full brunt of the storm the entire time, which means that the pool enclosure took the majority of the damage. So I'll start off there. Let me flip the camera around and I'll show you what I'm looking at. All right, so here is, now all this stuff was moved inside the lanai, so we kind of put everything back. During the hurricane, there there was so much pressure building up in our lanai that it actually blew out our refrigerator, tipped it over, and dumped out a whole bunch of cans and stuff. I actually had to run out in the middle to prevent the bottles from falling into the pool, or the glass bottles, because if that was the case, we'd be in serious trouble. But yeah, you can see that pretty much all of our screens have been ripped out. You can see over here, the little bar right here that actually holds part of the screen in. The wind was pushing so hard it bent that bar down and just blew out the screen. All these, you don't even see the bars anymore, except right here and right there. They're a little bent, but here they're all missing because they are just gone. Our doors have seen better days. Now, I guess I got a little spoiled from Hurricane Irma, thinking that it was really no big deal, not realizing that this one was significantly stronger. So our doors have been pretty much ripped out. I know some people actually remove their doors in preparation, which, 2020 hindsight, I probably should have done that. But you live and learn. Our pool, actually all this stuff was inside of our pool. So we had a public adjuster come out. There are some rust spots in here from the metal laying in the chlorine water. So he said we might have to get our pool resurfaced. So that's great. Just something I really want to do. You can see right here, just from the wind alone. Now I did this myself. I frosted it myself. But from the wind alone and the debris hitting, scraped all of it off. This piece of metal was broken, obviously. You can see that it was just completely ripped and torn. And you see our door that's jammed. Great. So I've only really been able to have one company come out and give me a quote on this. That's the other difficult part of what's going on, is trying to get companies because they're so busy. So they're so busy that it's just, and I understand. I mean, it's a dime a dozen. We got tens of thousands of people that live here. So unfortunately, with my job, I can't contact them immediately. I had other things to do, and Mari actually had to leave to the East Coast just so she could work, because we had no power, no running water, and no internet. So, and her headquarters is in Chicago. So she had to get back to work. They were great. They worked with her. They said that she didn't need to, but if y'all meet Mari, she don't like to take advantage of those situations too much. So if she could try to do that, she does. So it is what it is. But I'll show you with the canal. I know I mentioned the canal and what the canal looked like. I'll get a better picture of it. Let me flip the camera around. So what I mean is I got sick. I was sick for about 5 days with a bad stomach flu or whatever. And it's predominantly because, if you can't tell what that is a porta-john just laying in the canal behind my house. A whole bunch of trees. You can see this all over everywhere. I can boat to my parents' house. My parents' house is down there underneath a bridge. We boat to each other's houses, but not anymore. We can't until the city removes these trees, and there's also trees down there blocking that. You can see how they are uprooted. These are the Australian pines. Everyone down here hates them, but because of this. So you can see my neighbor's palm tree was blew over, and if you notice that little line right here, that is actually a debris line. It goes all the way over here. That's how far the water rose. It came up to right about here. If you can't tell, that is roughly about 3 feet from the water to the top of that seawall. So it rose a pretty good amount over here, and this is not Gulf access. So this is actually fed by drainage coming off the roads, and yeah, I think that's it. There's a couple lakes, but that's just the drainage from, and eventually there's weirs, what they call it, walls, so I don't have Gulf access because there's weirs that adjust the water level from that the city adjusts. So yeah, so I am missing a few shingles, like right up here, right that area. Luckily my house is 2018, so it has the new roof. There's actually a plastic sheeting underneath that, and it's holding up. So it's only the corners, the corner, I don't know what they call it. I'm not a roofer, but it's kind of where the two roofs meet. The hip joints, I think they call it. Like those pieces and just that one piece over there. So the only piece that's leaking is a little thing over there. There's another one of these vents on the other side that goes to the kitchen. It's a hood vent. That's leaking a little bit, but all in all, it didn't do half bad. Had one company come out. So far we are looking at $7,000 to fix the lanai. That's one company. But I did reach out to several others to try to obtain a few more quotes. Obviously we're going through insurance. I've heard some really bad, and actually I didn't even notice this before, but that is twisted. I hate it. Every time I look, it just gets worse and worse. So yeah, so I don't know. So I've already heard some stories about I think the news said 5 companies, insurance companies, have already declared bankruptcy. So I don't know how some people are doing it, to be honest. I don't know. You know, you pay your dues on time every month, and then the one time you need them, they just pretty much say, "Too bad, we're bankrupt," and now you have nothing. You literally have nothing. I don't know how some people do that. You know, man, I feel sorry for some people. I hope I don't feel sorry for myself here in a minute. My insurance company has been communicating, but needless to say, we haven't received the check yet. So, but yeah, so I'm gonna post some pictures. I took some pictures while driving around of Matlacha. Matlacha is destroyed. If you guys go to my previous video of Sanibel, using the Sanibel Causeway using my drone, that island is no longer there. That beach that we were at with the kids playing in the water is gone, no longer there. They are actually rebuilt part of it just to connect the road, just so they could get out to Sanibel Island. And it literally just opened a day or two ago to residents. Fort Myers Beach wiped out. Like I said, Sanibel's wiped out, and Matlacha is pretty much gone, going out to Pine Island. Pine Island is pretty bad itself too. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Hit the subscribe button, and hope you enjoy, or at least see what you don't have to enjoy it, but see the rest of the videos and the pictures.